Wait, what?
Drop it into use two hands to hold on to it. And now I'm going to let go.
Oh, you got it! Very good! Oh!
Greetings from Pennsylvania. My name's Gabriel, and together we're going to make a spinning glider that's so efficient you can surf it on an invisible wave of air.
And I'm Izzy. You'll make a flying machine with your own hands and learn to fly it, and we'll be with you every step of the way.
We live at the bottom of an ocean of air. Some creatures can actually swim in air. Oh yeah, we call that flying. Air. We can't see air, but we can feel it. If we start walking, holding a piece of cardboard almost straight up like a wall, some of the air that we walk into will go up and over the board in a continuous wave.
If we shake some fuzzy seeds at the bottom, then we can see them carried up by the air. If we drop the spinning glider that we're about to make into just the right place, we can surf the glider on that invisible wave of air. It looks like magic, but you know the secret.
First, let's make the glider. Then we'll show you how to fly and some advanced techniques. You need 2 circles, 1 rectangle, and 4 sticky dots. This white foam is actually much lighter weight than paper. It's a good idea to write your name or initials on it, but do it gently. Pause the video here.
Get the stuff and mark your initials. The sticky dots hold the glider together. Once you press a sticky dot onto the foam, keep it there. If you try to pull it off, it will rip out a chunk of the foam. At the corners of one end of the rectangle, stick 2 dots so that they are halfway stuck on, and halfway sticking out past the end.
Put a circle on the table and make the end of the rectangle cover half of it. Then press the stickers down. Tip the rectangle up and rub the stickers with a fingernail to close the gap. Do not put any more stickers on the other side of that end, but do stick a circle on the other end with 2 more stickers. Pause the video
and tape the circles on. You'll be able to fold your glider pretty flat and take it home in a book or case. But to fly now, bend to make the circles perpendicular to the rectangle. Congratulations on building your first glider. If you just throw your glider or drop it, it will probably glide gently down. Find a place where the air is really still. You might have to stay away from vents and other people who are moving.
We need the glider to glide away from us, not towards us. Throwing it doesn't work, but notice in slow motion, the back edge always goes down. So use your top finger to push the back edge down, which starts it rotating the right way. We're still not throwing it, just flicking the back down.
A piece of cardboard the size of a pizza box is perfect to fly with. In a pinch, you can use a big book or a folder, but it will be harder. When you start to fly, the most important thing is knowing that right here, the glider, even with the top of the board, is the sweet spot. Walking first, then launching the glider at the sweet spot and keeping it there is best. Walking faster or slower, which also means keeping the glider closer or farther away from the board, is the way we keep the glider even with the top edge of the board.
First start walking slowly, then flick the glider into the sweet spot.
At first, almost everyone unconsciously tilts the board back toward flat, but if the board flattens, it's not good at getting the air to go up.
If the glider keeps getting lower, lowering the board just makes it worse. Do not lower the board if the glider gets low. Just stop and start over. The way to keep it up is to walk faster. If you walk too fast, it will blow up and over. But look, the glider goes up before it goes over. If we raise the board so it can't go over, we can actually gain altitude.
When the glider turns off to one side, we don't follow it or we'll be going in circles. We tilt the board left or right to steer. Whenever we turn the board, the glider will turn with it. Gentle turns work better than sharp turns.
You might have noticed that the glider goes crazy when you fly close to other moving people. That's because we create air turbulence when we move. Steer away from moving people. Spread out. To sum up, start walking slowly, then launch the glider into the sweet spot and keep it there. Keep the board like a wall, not a floor. Walk faster. Keep the board closer to the glider and raise the board to gain altitude. Steer where you want to go and fly far enough away from people to avoid their turbulence.
Pause here and practice your flight skills. Can you hand off the glider to a friend? Can you develop enough flying skill to land on a small desk or stool? It's harder than it looks. What about other ways to levitate your glider? What other ways can you sculpt and direct air to fly your glider?
If you like flying, there are lots of other Walkalong glider designs. Pointy gliders, giant gliders, gliders that look like birds,
boxes worked very well. So
fish,
after making the first simple foam
superheroes, airplanes, the propellers are freewheeling, just for looks. And I don't even know what this is, but it's cool. All of these designs are more challenging than the Spinny glider, but you have building and flying experience now to take on more difficult projects.
There are Walkalong glider ideas and kits at sciencetoymaker.org. Be sure to check out the video about the science behind Walkalong gliders and the other links below.
Happy flying!